the major problems that a coach will have is to try to simulate the shot and actually having to do it on different types of surfaces, either a concrete surface or as we have here, a turf surface. And we've got the choice of using a cricket ball or a tennis ball on this particular surface. And let's see how the ball bounces. Leon's going to play the backward defensive shot and we're going to try and simulate the shot. Okay, Leon, pick your bat up and play back. And you'll see how that ball died. So that's a problem you're going to have. So I think, well, I'll try a tennis ball, the same thing. So I throw the same spot, pick your bat up, Leon, and I throw it the same power and it goes over his head. So that's a major problem we got as a coach, that the ball is actually too high or too low. So how do we change that and how do we cope with that? Quite simply, I come forward to roughly the spot where the ball is going to pitch in order to play the backward defensive. So I get down on one knee and I start the ball from the position it's going to bounce from. Okay, make sure you always tell the batsman to pick the bat up first. Pick the bat up and well played, Leon. All right, now I'm simulating the bounce with a cricket ball. Okay, pick your bat up and he's being able to play the backward defensive properly. Now I can still do it with a tennis ball, exactly the same thing. If I haven't got a cricket ball, I can do it on a concrete surface if I wish. Again, tennis ball, pick your bat up and play back. Well done. Okay, let's see it happen once again. Okay, with the cricket ball again, pick your bat up and there. And that's perfect, that's exactly what we want to achieve. Right, with the forward defensive, we're going to have a similar problem to the backward defensive, except obviously that we've got to create a different type of bounce. Now we can't have the ball bouncing to chest height, we've got to get the ball bouncing just high enough to play the forward defensive. So we have to go through the following methods in order to make that happen. Sifo, I want you to play forward defensive for me. That's it, that's very good. Well done, Sifo. A little bit of change, stay there, stay there. Now what I want to do here is just mark where his foot gets, like that, by just using some chalk on the pitch and ask him to get in that position again. Okay, right, back you go, Sifo. And again, try and get your foot into that hole. That's good, well done, all right. Now, if you'll see, the bat is this high, I've got to make the ball bounce to about that height. Okay, I'll just try and get him correct. So he's in that position, and I've got to now make sure that the bounce of the ball is going to go into there. So I've got to judge a situation that will make the ball bounce off the pitch onto that in order to simulate the shot correctly. But in order to help me, I'll ask Sifo to extend, take the bat out of your right hand, Sifo, to extend the bat as far as he can forward to give me a rough idea. That will give me a rough idea where to bounce the ball. Now, I'll make a nice chalk mark here. Okay, thanks, Sifo. Well done. Okay, that gives me the target in which to hit. So I've got a foot mark and I've got the ball mark in which I can throw from. So I now go back, I've got my fielders, my silly mid on, silly mid off, and my wicket keeper, just to make sure that the ball always comes back to me, and my feeder. Okay, we'll use a cricket ball first and let's see how high that bounces using this. Right, pick your bat up, Seppo, and forward. Played, that's good. You see the bounce is perfect. Pick your bat up. Just as he plays forward, well played, that's it. You pick your bat up and forward. There we go, that's perfect. All right, let's see the difference now with a tennis ball. Okay, same throwing action, but the difference now with a tennis ball. Okay, ready? Oops, it's too high. So therefore we have to change that. We're going to throw underarm at Sippo and we'll see how high it bounces. And that's perfect, there we go. Well played. Pick your bat up again, Sippo, and forward, and well played, that's it. What a great shot from Gary. You know, the drive is one of the best shots you could wish to play. It gives you a special thrill as a batsman hitting the ball for four, whether it's through the covers or straight, and as a spectator to see that particular shot, it gives you a special thrill. Now, I've got a few props here which I'd like to use to show you how to simplify teaching the drive, which is one of the hardest shots to teach. I've got two old swimming pool floats with foot marks on them, which I've done myself, a cup with a hole in the top, and a ball. and I've asked Vainant to come and demonstrate. So Vainant, would you like to come along? First thing I'm going to do is put the one of the mats where it says toes only on there, on the back foot where Vainant would normally stand in his stance, and the other one I'm going to ask Vainant what he thinks is a half volley, because you can't play the drive without hitting a half volley or a low full toss. So Vainant, where do you think your half volley suits you? Okay, now you see Vainant's quite tall, so it might be a shorter guy and his foot might not be the same distance forward. So he thinks that's a half volley. Vainant, the ball's going to pitch there all the time and we're going to make it easy for you, right? I'm going to put a cup next to your foot. I'm going to put the ball on the cup, and then, quite simply, I'm going to put your foot there to make sure you get it there all the time. Okay. All right, so just start off in the stance, Vainant. The other major problem you're going to get with driving the ball is the fact that the hands work against each other. And quite often you will see in cricket a youngster hitting the ball with too much bottom hand, which means he's actually hitting across the line of the ball, hence the piece of string. What we're going to try and teach here is that both hands are going to work together along that piece of string. So we're going to separate them now so that we can see what happens. Okay, Vainant, take your right hand off, put it behind your back, okay? Top hand, I want you now to get your weight onto that one. Let's get all the weight. On this particular back mat, I put toes only. And the reason for this is to make sure that Vainant weight is forward when you drive. That's very important, okay? Now I want Vainant to swing down, all right, along that line and make contact with the ball absolutely perfectly. So if he's strong enough and he gets his shoulder in the right place, he'll be able to do it, okay? So he points the shoulder at the ball first of all, Vainant. Point the shoulder at the ball and swing through with the top hand. Well done, good, okay? Right, let's collect the cup and the ball. Okay. Place the ball back again onto the cup and ask Vainant to do it now with just the bottom hand, okay? Okay, so we take the top hand now. In order to keep his weight correct, we don't want his body turning, okay, to the left there. We want to keep his weight going towards the ball, so we've got to use this top hand and actually make his weight come forward to help. When he swings with the bottom hand, swing along the string and bring it up towards the top hand there, but make sure that at the end of it, head is forward and both arms are straight, parallel to that piece of string on the ground. Okay, Vainant, in the right hand only. Okay, swing back, keep the weight forward, and make contact with the ball. Ready? And straight. Okay, don't worry, Vainant. I want you to do it slowly to start with. That is the problem. Quite easily to see, Vainant came round the ball. You see how easily it can happen. Right now, come along the string and make contact. You can't make contact, you can't miss it if you go along the string, Vainant. Good, okay. All right, that's not too bad. Let's see it again. This time with both hands, Vainant. Make it much easier. Again, weight forward, okay, and swing. Well done, Vainant. That's good. Okay, the next step forward is to use a moving ball as opposed to a stationary ball. And let's see how Vainant does. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to throw the ball underarm. Are you ready, Vainant? Okay. Shot, well done. Keep that weight coming forward. Head over the ball. Good shot, great shot, well done. Notice the eyes on the ball, the weight coming forward, the front foot beside the ball, the hands swinging along a straight line, and then following through on the same line. Okay, you may wonder what we're doing here. We're actually learning to time the ball. This is one of many methods just to improve the timing. If you actually see it, as I hit the ball in the air, it helps me to time the ball in order to get the ball back up again. Try and use one hand, guys. Try and use one hand. Strengthen that hand. That's it. And the second method we're going to use, I'm going to ask the guys to divide into pairs. And one member of the pair put his back down, the most pretty member. Okay. All right. Okay, Jackie. All right, now just watch me. First of all, get the ball in your left hand, and with your strong hand, which is your timing hand, just hit the ball to Jackie so he has to catch it. Catch the ball back and just practice hitting. Okay, all right, off we go. Let's do it together. All right, nice and easy, nice and soft. Okay, that's it. Nice and straight. Improve the timing. Make sure you're watching the ball. Improve the timing. There we go. That's it. Very good. That's it. Now we advance from that method onto this method, which is slightly different, where I'm going to ask the non-striker, that's the thrower, to throw the ball on a good length, and I'm going to hit the ball back to him under control. Okay, so he throws it on a good length, and I hit it back to him. So I'm learning to time the ball now on the bounce. Okay, on the bounce, there we go. All right. Okay, guys, let's see you do it. Come on, Jackie, you do it as well. Okay, on the bounce. There we go. On a good length, throw the ball on a good length, guys. Let's get it right. That's it. Well done. Learn to time the ball. Swing through, swing. And finally, the last variation on timing the ball, we're going to use two hands. Okay, right. Again, using the two hands in normal grip, I'm going to ask Jackie to throw the ball on a length, but this time I'm going to keep the ball on the ground with my hands, keeping the ball on the ground. Still timing the ball, using both hands now, especially my bottom hand though, to make sure the ball goes along the ground. Okay, guys, all together. Let's go. Well done. Not too hard. Two hands, keeping the ball on the ground now, all right? Well done.